To this day.
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 What's up, fight fans? This is Kurt DeVille with Counterpunched Boxing News, and I have some new news concerning Terence, Bud Crawford, Bob Arum, and Top Rank. Get this. Terence Crawford suing Bob Arum for nearly $10 million in lawsuit alleging revolting racial bias. Ooh. Welterweight champion Terence Crawford is seeking nearly $10 million in a lawsuit filed Wednesday against his former promoter Bob Arum. The lawsuit alleges Arum engaged in revolting racial bias that prevented Crawford from booking big fights, according to the New York Post. Arum and Crawford worked together for a decade before splitting up in 2021, and at this time of the breakup, Crawford criticized Arum of failing to book a fight with Errol Spence Jr. Crawford's lawsuit alleged that was intentional and that Arum simply does not care about, support, or know how to promote black fighters. The lawsuit was filed in Nevada, also accused Arum's stepson, Todd DeBoff, and Arum's company, Top Rank, of failing to promote black fighters. Crawford's lawsuit claimed boxers called out Arum's behavior for years, according to the New York Post. For years, professional boxers and others in the sport world have called out Top Rank's Bob Arum for his desperate treatment of black fighters, including those very same black boxers that Top Rank is contractually obligated to promote. The lawsuit stated Arum gets a free pass for alleged racial comments and actions due to his age and boxing's checkered history. It also alleges boxers in Top Rank are afraid to speak out because they fear they will lose out on fights. Bob Arum denies the claims, of course. He said Arum told the Post the lawsuit was absurd and that he is not racist. He blamed Crawford's lack of success on Crawford's own failures. He stated, absurd. My whole career I may have made mistakes, but one thing I cannot be accused of is being racist. I have promoted scores of top black boxers. We have promoted a number of pay-per-view fights for Terence, all of which have lost money, a lot of money, and then to claim we purposely and deliberately lost money because we are racist is nonsense. It's a part of what is wrong with our culture. I am flabbergasted if he believes I didn't do a good job. He, Crawford, can plead that in his suit, but don't call me a racist when really this is because of your own failures. Okay. Let me counterpunch. Is Bob Arum a racist? A racist. I'm not sure about to call him racist. I don't want to give no one that jacket. But I can tell you this. This is the question you ask yourself about Bob Arum. Has Bob Arum ever had any problems with any other fighters of color? Counterpunch. See, you can chalk up it like, hey, white versus black thing or whatever, but at the end of the day, I think that we really need to ask yourself the questions due to the history of Arum. What is his relationship with other fighters? You know, Mikey Garcia, Manny Pacquiao, Oscar De La Hoya, Floyd Money Mayweather. Those type of guys, did he have problems with them? Do you have problems with money or marketing them or getting them fights that they wanted? And the answer to that is yes, he did. Now, is that totally based on race? It's kind of hard to really stamp that, but I can definitely understand why. Because all those guys that I mentioned, black and brown, you know, both mixtures, they've had problems with Bob Arum promoting them. Now ask yourself this other question. When you dealt with Vasyl Lomachenko, did you have any problems with Lomachenko? Has he ever said that about Lomachenko? How is Lomachenko's numbers? Did he ever say Lomachenko that don't really speak English all the way, he's getting better? Did he ever say he needed to talk English to sell a fight? No. Because his performance spoke for itself. Well, why didn't he have the same energy for Terence Crawford? I always wondered that. Terence Crawford has never been defeated. Terence Crawford has knocked out every person in the welterweight division that he's ever fought. Either knocked him out or they quit or the referee stopped it or something happened. It did not go the distance when he was welterweight. He was all with Bob Arum at that time. But where is the love? Where is the, the anticipation to help Terence Crawford? See, him saying it's his own failures. What the fuck did he fail at? What did he fail at doing? He never lost. Did he dance around the ring? Did people boo Terence Crawford in fights? No, they did not. So again, you do see a total difference between a guy that looks like him versus a guy that don't. Now, is Bob Arum racist? Only God and himself could tell him that he really is. But if you ever been in a situation that you have been discriminated against and you think it was because of your skin, that's nothing that you can do anything about, and it's absolutely unfair to you. And Terence Crawford has been in that situation. I have, I'm not a fighter. I've not worked with Bob Arum. He can only tell you that. He can tell you how he feels and how he felt. But I can tell you what I know. Vasyl Lomachenko, he doesn't do great numbers at the box office, and he doesn't do that. And neither does he complain about the money that he lost on Vasyl Lomachenko. Maybe he had to pay Lomachenko less. But if that's the case and you had to pay Terence Crawford more, that's fucking on you because of the man and the success of the fighter. You should want to pay this fucking guy more money. Why? Because he's a winner. He's special. He's pound for pound one of the best fighters, if not the best fighter around right now. So at the end of the day, you can say, well, hey, Terence Crawford, it's his own failures. Well, what did he fail at? Because he's not a shit talker, a fucking clown, a payaso? Because he doesn't say shit that makes people go ooh and ah and make them laugh and all that shit? He amuses people? No, he just goes in there and he does his job, and now it's his fault? You're the promoter, Bob Arum. So the same way you promote Vasyl Lomachenko is the same way you should have promoted Terence Crawford. And guess what? You never had anything bad to say about Terence Crawford. So you draw your own conclusions with what you think is racist and what not. I can tell you this. I can tell you what the hell favoritism is, and this is a clear sign of favoritism. That's my counterpunch. You guys tell me what you think of Terence Crawford suing Bob Arum for $10 million due to racial bias. Of course, please subscribe, and you guys been Counterpunch. Peace.